All right, if you suck at speaking or talking on camera, do this one simple thing. Listen, when I was coming up, I wanted to be brave and speak on stage, but let me tell you, some of the most painful life moments are speaking on stage and freezing, having my brain turn into mush and having no idea what I'm saying and look like a complete idiot on stage in front of 1,000 people, not being able to speak. Oh, man, it's so painful to think about it. You know those moments you come up, you got to speak on stage? I wanted to be good at this. I would stand up and I would just get crushed. And after 4 times of getting completely destroyed, I had to give up. I decided I was going to give up because I just could not do it again. And I had no idea what I was possibly doing that caused my brain to shut off and not being able to speak clearly on stage or front of a camera or anything like that. So I gave up. I was like, fuck it, I'm just not going to talk or do any video stuff. So through my career, I start to blow up my skincare brand and I have my big exit. 0 to 40 million, 12 months, exit, big bag of cash on the desk. I'm going out, I'm traveling around the world. And I get invited to speak at this huge event called Baby Bathwater. Everyone pays $10,000 to go to this event. And it was in Cabo, huge thing. They offered me an hour slot. I've never done 5 minutes on stage because I would freeze immediately, regardless if I was speaking for 5 seconds. It didn't matter, my brain was shut off. And I just knew, man, I don't have a business right now. I need to take all the opportunities I can get. And I want to show up to this thing and I want to hit this thing. So I don't know what the fuck I'm dealing with when it comes to speaking, but I don't have a business anymore and I have 24/7 to focus on this. So let's do it. So I hired this guy named Mike Acker. He wrote a professional book, but he's a speaking coach, and I hired him. We started practicing, and I'll never forget because he told me one simple thing that began to change it all for me, and then he gave me a gift, something that I want to share with you. He told me, Peter, listen, the reason why you're struggling, the reason why you don't know how to speak in front of people is because secretly, deep down, you care what people think about you. That's the reason. You care what people think about you. Think about it. How often are you thinking, is this the best thing to say? Is this how I should look? Is the lighting correct on me? Is that blah, blah, blah? You're constantly thinking about how to make it perfect and better and better and better and blah, blah, blah. Your brain just starts to think about how to make it better and it overloads like a computer system that has too many tabs on it and you shut down. Anxiety works the same way, except it's the opposite. You secretly have these fears and all these fears overload and you shut down also. It's an anxiety attack. So he tells me the way to not make that happen is you need to stop caring about what people think about you and start focusing on why you're here and the message that you have to give to them. If you focus on, I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about me, I'm here to do this, I'm a badass internet marketer and I'm gonna crush it, then your brain will turn on and you can speak clearly because it's not about you or how cool you are or how good you look, it's about you helping and giving back to other people. I'm like, thanks bro, fuck yeah, I think you're right, that sounds like it'll work. And he's like, Peter, I want to give you this thing. It's called the Speaker's Prayer. All you have to do is read this prayer before you speak or anything, and it'll prime your brain. Now, I'm going to put a link below to the Speaker's Prayer, but essentially what it is, it's a quick why. It's like, dear God, it's time to fucking send it, right? It's time for us to step up and do some dope shit. Something's about to happen right now. You put me here to help these people in a certain way. And thank you for giving me the voice of fucking power, the words to speak. You do all these affirmations. You talk about who I am. I'm a world-class marketer. I'm a badass AI product creator. I'm a fucking warrior for God. I'm a fucking champion. I'm going all the way. All these kind of affirmations on who you are. And then a lot of affirmations on how you succeeded in the past. I want you to think about all the different ways you succeeded. Everybody loves when I tell my stories. Everybody loves when I'm hilarious. Everybody loves when I'm doing all these things. And then I'm not here for me. I'm here to give back and help. Thank you for making the words flow easily and clearly through me. And those kind of affirmations, you read them off and it just primes you in this cool state where you're ready to go. And I would do it while I was practicing and it fucking working, right? So I go out to this event and I'm feeling pretty hyped. I'm feeling pretty good. But as we start to get closer, I go up and I notice there's like, I don't know, 80 chairs inside of the room. It's in Cabo, looking in the beach in Mexico, looking over this giant ocean view on a second story. We got the mics, the big things, the big slides, and my heart's starting to race really fast. I'm starting to get really scary because I'm starting to relive like these traumatic moments that I've had in the past. And as time gets closer and closer, my fucking heart starts to like really pick up, and I start sweating through my forehead, and I really start like freaking out, like, holy fuck, holy shit, like this is fucking gnarly. And I'm starting to like, I look down on my phone and I'm like, I'm not here for me, I'm here to help people. I'm not here to help people. I'm like, I'm not here for me, I'm here to like help give back. And I just start like fucking losing it. And then I hear this tap on my shoulder, and it's like, what is it? And he's like, here's the mic. And the guy hands me the microphone. He's like, it's time to go on. I'm like, oh fuck. He's like, can you do like a test? I'm like, sure. So I take this mic, I'm like, testing, and it's like, testing, really loud, which is crazy. I was like, hello? It was like, hello, really loud. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I'm not me with this fucking microphone anymore. Like, when I am fucking powerful when I got this thing. And then I looked down on my phone, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about me. I'm here to give back and teach these guys how to make campaigns that'll blow their lives up. And it was just like, fucking, what's up? And just sent this thing and crushed an entire hour-long speech in complete flow with my whole brain working, absolutely crushed it. I got done with it, just fucking people standing and giving me the applause thing because I practiced this so much. And I'm just losing my mind, just so proud for the rest of the day. And at the end of the trip, they give me the award for best speaker at the entire event. And I'm not kidding you, I started crying after I got back because of the circle of the shit that I went through to get done with this thing. But at the end of that, I became an award-winning speaker. At that, I got this fucking award, and I was like, God damn it, I'm an award-winning speaker now. And ever since then, I kept my speaker's prayer inside of my notes on my phone. So every time that I'm about to go on stage, every time I'm about to do something big on camera or video or whatever, before I started this shoot, I read this simple speaker's prayer, and bada boom, my brain fucking turned on all of a sudden. And it all came down to solving the root cause of the problem, which was how to not care what people think. So let's talk about how not to care about what people think really quick. What people think is important, right? But there's so many people on this planet, if you really cared what everyone thinks, you'd get blown around like a fucking wind in a tornado storm, right? You can't care what everybody thinks, and you have to admit that. There has to be some sort of rule that determines whether or not you should really care what somebody thinks about. And that rule is this. If I think like you, will I have your results at the end of the day, right? If I think like you, will I get results like you? Everyone's got an opinion, but not everyone is fucking balling, right? Not everybody's an amazing relationship. Not everybody has an amazing family. Not everybody has a personal drive or whatever, right? So anytime somebody gives you advice, before you take it, you have to understand, you have to ask yourself, does this motherfucker have something I want? Because if he does not, his advice is worth fuck all shit. Because that's the point of the advice, is to get them something cool. All wisdom is supposed to create something cool in your life, like a result. So where is your result? How are you qualified to be spitting on this topic? So as soon as you reframe all of your feedback in your Instagram or all your ways, like, because you don't want to, you're worried about what people think about you, whatever. As soon as you do this certain frame, you realize a simple truth. Nobody who's crushing it is ever hating on you. That's the first thing you see, right? None of the killers are haters. None of them. They're all the unsuccessful people. They're all the people who are caught up in a fucking rut and frustrated and hurt people hurting. Once you start looking at what results this person has who's hating, you realize what is this worth? It's not worth anything, right? That's one of the core reasons to become successful, is just so your words can become worthy. This is an advertising tenet. One of the ways that I can make a huge marketing campaign, the most important foundational thing is authority. I must have an authority figure who's worth delivering the message. I must have a dermatologist talking about skincare. I must have a shredded guy talking about muscles. I must have a player talking about how to pick up girls, right? You have to be a pro to be worthy of giving advice to people. And the more of a pro you are, the better your campaign will be. And the trick is the same in life. The better you are at life, the better you are at the situation, the more your words will be able to impact. If you become a fucking shitty father who has shitty results, that never went after his dreams, your kids will never listen to you. So this is all important reasons for you to go out there and crush it on a high level. Anyway, and it all really starts with not really caring what people think. So if somebody has the results that you want, care what they think. Listen to them. You have to tell yourself to shut the fuck up because somebody smart is talking and is in front of you. When I go see Wes Watson, I barely say anything because this is the guy with the wisdom. I'm just here to soak up and absorb and get it. I don't ask a lot of questions. I just soak up and absorb. And that's like a really big thing of mine, you know. Nothing wrong with asking questions, but some people, it's important to like, you know, just give them space and give them freedom because the guy's working his ass off and you're just like giving a solid space. So that's it. Apply these techniques, read the speaker's prayer, and you too can start to unlock the value-added version of yourself on camera, in front of whatever, on stage, don't matter. All of a sudden, the more people in the audience, the better you get. And now you can really start adding value in some cool ways. Good luck.